Okay. Oh, it was giving me the moderator uh, notification, and I'm using a different device. So, hey, hey, babe, drinking enough water, getting enough rest, and doing your best to let it go, both figuratively and literally. Hi, I'm Nicole Shaman, and I don't have my game system available to me, so I wanted to make sure that I stayed in touch with you. So before we continue our adventures of the day, we got to pause and take a moment to pray. O cosmic birth of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our bodies and carve out a space within us where your presence can reside. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with our desires. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose that illuminates the opportunities of our present moment. For you are the ground, the truthful mission, the birth, power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole again. And so it is. Hey, hey. Welcome to the new subscribers. I appreciate your presence here. If you haven't seen me before, it's because you haven't looked at my content. So go check some of it out. um, Welcome to the old subscribers. I appreciate your presence. And thank you so much for your likes and your shares and your kind and generous donations. Cash App is in the description. So if you want to support or are moved in some way, feel free. Everything is received in gratitude. I'm a little tired today. I'm in Alabama right now, and yeah, I'm doing my best to maintain my schedule and also help where I can. So that is what I'm doing here. Welcome to live. Hope you're doing well today. If you don't mind terribly, drop a comment so that I can see where the chats, where your comments show up, because I don't know. Let's see. Again, I'm working with a different um, device today. So welcome to live chat. So like yeah, welcome to the live. Happy Tuesday. Talk about communication. Taco Tuesday. And yeah, I whipped out my Sacred Mothers and Goddesses Oracle cards, which I appreciate very much. I love the art on them, and today's card is a name that I cannot pronounce, so I'm not going to try, but I'll show you this picture here, and it is ancestors and past lives. So I'll go ahead and read this to you. Okay, so that's Kuyen, Kayen, and this music is a little too loud for me. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, drop a comment in the chat. If not, that's fine. Yeah, I just need some background music, and it's drowning out my thoughts. Anywho, Kayen is the mood goddess of the Mapuche people of Chile and Argentina. She represents the three phases of the moon: Kayen, Ochia, and the new moon. Kayen. Oh, Okine. I can't. It's not a word that I can't read. I just don't know how to pronounce it. But I guess that's about the same thing, huh? Not really, but anyway. Kayen Unike, the full moon. Kayen Kushe, the cross moon. Kind controls all of the lakes and oceans of the earth. She is the wife of Antu, the sun god. He struck her once, so she stays out of his reach and will until she is healed. They still have one another. They still love one another, so he never tires of his pursuit to win her back. They gifted one of their daughters to earth and to man. She becomes the first woman and mother to all. A shaman's. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, because it's. Can you hear me? That is probably why you cannot hear me. All right. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Thank you for the like. Thank you so much. I see LL. Can you hear me now? I hope so. I'm just sitting here watching me read without any sound. That's crazy talk. Thank you so much for being here today. Feel free to drop a comment in the chat so I can shout you out. Anywho, where was I? Okay. Kayan's message. Okay, so the message is know that you're supported by those who have come before you. There are hidden messages available for the asking. There are stories and vibrations held in your cellular memory which can work for or against you in your current life. There are issues, habits, and thoughts hindering you on your life path. Some behaviors and belief systems passed down may no longer serve you. That is so true. Or those who come after. It is time to break those ties and cut those etheric cords. Look for answers from your ancestors. Seek the knowledge of the elders in your community. Remember that when you stop evolving, your ancestors stop too. It is like a current, either changing or stagnating. When you take steps to foster your spiritual growth, your cellular memory, and your ancestors will also move forward into spiritual enlightenment and evolution. Interesting. So, as a truth seeker and general, generally contentious individual, like I'm curious and I like to ask questions. And yeah, the I was having a conversation this weekend, and we were talking about how so when I was born, it was just around the time that women were even able to have like their own bank account. So the need for a man in your life was, yeah, you had to have one to have a bank account. And so when I think about that, as far as the world that my mother grew up in, it was vastly different from the world right now. Like, yeah, um, women and men are, they're like, they're so much more equal now than they were in the time of my mother's upbringing, which affected my upbringing and also the way that I chose to attempt to bring up my children. And let's see if I can get this to go. There we go. But yeah. Oh, and now I finally say I'm well. Thank you so much for asking. How are you today? It's like you go, I'll see it. Yeah, I've got to figure out how to see this chat a bit more consistently so when the comments come in, I can see you. Um, another device I'm working with. Anyway, I feel like I gotta get this off my chest because my chest has been a little heavy. Um, but yeah, the Thanksgiving weekend was relatively uneventful, which is good. I got the chance to spend some time with both um, my oldest children, my daughters, and yeah, I had a conversation with. Hang on, I'm just trying to check this out because I couldn't see the name on the post. That's not what I was looking for. Okay. Aisha, Isaiah. Thank you so much for the comment. I'm emotionally processing some stuff. So anyway, part of the conversations this weekend were around the fact that, like, yeah, my youngest daughter was saying that she was born at the right time because she couldn't imagine, you know, trying to operate or navigate within the world the way it was when my mother was young and when my grandmother was young. So consequently, it's causing me to think about, like, of course, my relationship with my mother, my relationship with my grandmother, which in my mind was essentially non-existent. And then I had to kind of sit with it a little bit and see, like, what did I know that there was a contentious relationship between my mother and her mother because I could see so often that my mother was upset after a conversation with her mother, and I was, as the child, I'm looking at uh, my mother, and I'm thinking that my grandmother was hurting my mother, and in a way she was, but I feel like my as time and experiences is kind of taught me that it was most likely that um, my grandmother was trying to get my mother to see something that she didn't want to acknowledge. Accountability for one's actions being a very unpracticed um, experience for her. Like, you just do what you're told. Like, don't ask any questions. And when you're a child and you're curious, yeah, that can be very limiting when people are telling you to shut up and stop asking questions and whatnot. And I did not want that experience for my children. So they asked me all kinds of questions, and sometimes I was overwhelmed and annoyed and responded to them in ways that did not make them feel loved, and they took that on as their story. And they're going to have to learn to put those old stories down and in light of, yeah, creating their own story. Um, I jokingly said that during the holidays, it's the ritual mom shaming and whatnot. And I come to realize shortly after that it wasn't really a shame, but just not just, but an opportunity for me to acknowledge truly how much I have healed. Um, I guess because I could hear it, and I was self aware enough not to choose to be uh, defensive about what was being said because they were acknowledging their own experience. So Yeah. And my personal win was that I did not get defensive. I didn't run away. I didn't walk away. I merely sat there and allowed myself to feel my feelings. And I'm honestly, I'm still processing them. And that's good because those feelings, they lie and they also reveal something, and that something matters. I know when you get upset about it. So I did have to go, okay, why does that matter? Why do I want it? What would I feel like if I already had it, if I didn't need it? And so that was the the truth of it being, um, I wanted compassion and acceptance of the fact that I was hurt and didn't get it. But ultimately, I just wanted to be able to say it without like crying or expecting anybody to be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like the sorries are fine. The verbal acknowledgments are fine, and at the same time, once we've acknowledged, okay, you were hurt, I was hurt, we're both hurt, and we've grown from that. How do we find a path forward? And honestly, that is the question. The answer to that question is coming because I'm open to perceiving it. And so, yeah, how do you find a path forward with someone that you care about who has been estranged from you, and you've just kind of like been, you know what? All right, hands off. I'm gonna just take my hands off of that, and yeah, when um when I learn how to communicate to you the things that I need to say, then fine, I'll get practice. But the yeah, and I'll get practice, and I guess I'll try again in another year or two or three or however long it takes for them to want to be in my presence again. And in the meantime, they'll be able to say that I made them feel away. And yeah, so ultimately, we are going to have to talk about the things. Hey, hi, Jules. Happy Tuesday. It is so good to see you. All right, cool. That's how that pops up. I'm going live on my tablet today because I don't have a PlayStation. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you so much for dropping the like. I appreciate you as always. It is good to see you. I am well. I'm not sleeping super hot right now because I'm not at home, and but I am going to do something about that. I'm need to go to a specific kind of store to find the things that I need because I refuse to like drug myself per se with pharmaceuticals. I did try some melatonin last night, and I still slept ridiculously, but I rested enough. I just don't feel I kept waking up. So um, I've got a friend who's going to take me to and you know, I call it a witchy shop, but it's not actually that. It's where they know that I can find the simple little thing that I have in abundance at home in Chicago, but I don't have it here in Alabama. So yay, I'll get me like yeah, out into the world to find it, and then I'll be okay. I had a really good time. Thanksgiving, spending time with family. My grandson was here, and he got a chance to play with his cousins, and they have um, a blue heeler and a hound, but he's a mutt, so they're really big. So my cat Joey stays at home, but Mia the pup came, and because Mia spins, it was very scary because the I didn't want the dogs to like see her and be a toy, and tear her up. So she ended up staying in a room when she wasn't like being actively being held. And the poor thing, she's tiny and she's a special needs dog, and she had a seizure while sitting in my arms, and I was totally wigged out about that. I got to get my Bluetooth reconnected. Um, but so because of one of the ways that Mia the pup regulates herself is with the spinning. So if she can't spin, after a while she'll end up having a seizure. So or experience that, and now we know that that can happen, and so we know that we can not prevent her from spinning for extended periods of time without her having some kind of result of that. The seizure was relatively short lived. She seemed to be okay later on, and then when she got home and could run around and chase Joey the cat and not be afraid of the big dogs that could tear her up. And I honestly felt like that was some of my fear too, because yeah. So so can I be sugar cookie? What does that mean? What does that mean? So yeah, and now I'm in Alabama, spending some more time here helping with my. I have a sister whose name was Mia. She passed away in 2022. My sister Mia has a daughter who is special needs, and she's being cared for by my twin and my brother-in-law here in Alabama. So I'm here doing mundane household stuff, um, laundry and cooking, and I've swept up, reset, and I'm going to be doing some laundry. One of the things that I absolutely hate doing, and I love my niece, so I'll be doing. Well, actually, my brother-in-law does most of. He does the washing and the drying, and then it ends up in a basket. So I'm gonna get that basket and sort some clothes, and I'll be arranging some things. It's very likely that I might just have my be on live stream doing that, so y'all get a chance to watch me dump out laundry and whatnot. So I may do that because without having something for my hands to do, I can't pretty much just like sit here and chop it up with y'all. But feel free to drop a like if you are watching. Welcome to the live today. Happy Tuesday. What is on your mind? There's a thing here. Sorry. Mm-mm-mm. Here we go. Boop. Thank you so much for the like. Appreciate you. Happy Tuesday. Um, you cannot, probably can't see this too much, but I did want to see if I can show you. This is a misprint, but this is why I'm working with it because I kind of doodle and it helps me. This is like what it started out. This is the piece, and then this is how it's going on this right here. Mm-mm-mm. Let's see. And I will take these and often when I go somewhere to listen to either music or a lecture, I will take a piece of. I call these blanks. I'll take a blank and I will sit and draw and doodle into whatever things. And there's another one. Mm, It says your fire is twinkling. Somebody got some some fire in them. something that they're passionate about that's showing up in their energetic field. So congratulations on that. Let's see. What are you looking for? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Something better. Now, the encouragement is it is okay to want better for yourself than you have right now. That doesn't make your current circumstances bad. Doesn't necessarily make your current circumstances good either. It's just they are what they are. The desire to categorize things as good or bad, I think, is in our nature as people, and the ability to forgive that judgment, impression, is also something that is within our ability to choose. Okay, I just saw a little something on this that I wanted to put something on. It's like yeah, I like when I have these little bits of color, and I found one of my gel pens in my backpack. So I'm looking for something to do here. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for your kind and generous donations. My cash app is in the bottom. Feel free to drop a comment in the chat so I can shout you out and all that. If you haven't subscribed, this is your invitation to catch me Monday through Friday when I go live. When I go live. Yeah, it tends to be Monday through Friday. Sometimes I'll go live on the weekend, but more often than not, I'm stuff that we're doing as a family. I have a great deal of love in my life, and I'm grateful for that love and the people that give it to me. Like, really great at, uh, yeah, being supportive without expectation. You know, when I can do what I can do, they appreciate what I can and understand that I can't do everything. So, and I that's an encouragement to everybody. Just because you can do it doesn't necessarily um, mean you ought to. And sometimes when you are inspired to do for someone else, others might want to discourage you. Just follow your heart. Dang. And yeah, follow your heart and manage your expectations. As yeah, I've often fell victim to the trap of it's okay. No, I can do it. It won't bother me to do it. But if it doesn't help me, it's not hurting me either. So, I only do it when I can do it with the right kind of spirit. And like people don't understand that. Like, yeah. So the spirit in which you do a thing it's like fertilizer. Like the fertilizer that you put on a plant will determine so much about how that plant grows, you know? And that's the same with like life. In life there. All right, I'm profanity warning. In life, shitty shit is gonna happen. You can't avoid it, truthfully, because that's what makes the good shit good. Like the contrast between you know, what you have and what you want or whatever, or what your expectations were and what actually happened. The space in between that, where forgiveness is, can determine how much wisdom you get out of it. I was telling somebody the other day, like, yeah, um, you ever think about the word wisdom? You know, in order to be wise, you must first be dumb. And yeah, pay attention and watch. And often, like when you can slow down, you can see really, often like what matters. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I know that. I think sometimes we think that firefighters and police and are heroes and whatnot. You know who I think heroes are? The janitors, the maintenance men, the cleaning ladies. The shout out to Patrick at the Whataburger um, in Hazel Green, Alabama. He was so kind today, and like yeah, it was really nice to be served by someone who just had a positive attitude. I love that. So, and you know, when we when those who serve do serve and they give you a positive attitude and you want to give them crap back, save that shit for your mom or your not your mom, for somebody who deserves it. You know, I feel like nobody really deserves to be disrespected, marginalized, ignored, or talked down to. And just, I guess, part of the reason why I have the heart that I do, and for children, because those are the, yeah, we tend to do that with children. And I can confess that I have been guilty of that because that was my experience as a child. And, you know, we end up recreating those things. And, you know, all of a sudden, it's like, I'm giving the life that I did not want, the life experience that I did not want my children to have to them anyway, for because, yeah, I didn't think about, yeah, like, you know, what I didn't have. I thought more about what I did. So, yeah, I didn't have safety, you know, the ability to be a child. I was expected and harshly punished if I did not perform. So you tend to, you know, understand. I just, you know, okay, grow to accept because that's the rules of the people who are feeding you, and you end up transferring that authority to whatever boss, and they're human too. Like the desire to see another being as less than so that we can have power over them is just disappointing because the power that we have over others and ourselves is the love that drives our body, that beats our hearts. The energy that beats my heart is the same energy that beats yours. I felt somebody's heart skip a beat just a minute ago. Did I say something? I don't know. But anyway, let me know if you can. Can you hear my background music? Mm-mm. I don't know. All I know, trying to keep my headphones. Oh wait, trying to keep my headphones on because where is the thing that I thought that I'm sorry. One of my I need to plug something up for later. can find this laundry time. So I gotta go into my niece's room. Oh, it's gonna be dark for a minute. Oh yeah. And get the laundry. Hold on. Alrighty, wait a minute. I gotta go get the BRB. I gotta go grab the laundry basket, and I'll set it up in here in a minute. Alrighty. Thank you for patience. I have returned. So we have laundry to do. Thank you. Catch you later, Jules. Thank you. Oh, I missed the comment. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the acknowledgement of the I have this was I don't know if you can see that one. That is a picture from summer adventure when my kids were little, and I was dating a photographer, and I see his like yeah. We put our print on there, and he is no longer with us. He passed away in August, I think, of this year. So prayers for his family as they experience their first Holy Day season without um, their loved one. So we have quite a few family members are experiencing some firsts without one this year, to be honest. I had an aunt pass away earlier this year, and this is her son and husband's first year without her. So, yeah, we'll see. This is a little bit of laundry. This is one of the ways I like to do laundry. I dump the whole basket out. So that way I have this false sense of accomplishment that the basket is empty. So then then I have this work to do in this pile of clothes now that I get to sort through, and voila. So we got rags galore. Yo. Go ahead, Joe. Towels. Well, so this is mostly towels. It looks like, oh, I do need to get a load of towels into the washing machine as well. So I'll do that. My music, so I gotta do that for myself right now. That's okay. That is a normal Tuesday. These are things that at home I would do at a different time because when I'm not streaming my game. Now let me figure out how to get my game uh, on this here tablet. I think this is an outfit. Da, 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 da. Long sleeve shirt. Long sleeve. Okay, this can be my next outfit for tomorrow. I'll have that already in the bathroom. Here's another pair of pants. Shirt. Most of the youngins in here wear the same size, so I don't even know whose clothes are what. Whose clothes are whose. Pretty sure this is probably. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. All right. This is a long sleeve shirt. Short sleeve shirt. Those look like some pajamas. Nightgown. This. Nightgown. Hello, fluffy patty. Plenty of hand towels. I can go in the bathroom. Long sleeve shirt. Long sleeve shirt. Sock. Short sleeve shirt. Alrighty. Another nightgown. The cutest. Alright, one in this drawer over here. So I know. Alright. Alright. short sleeve underwear, pants. Alright, now one basket down. One more to go. Pants. And another. This looks like a dress. A little jumper situation. That's cute. Nice. Flutterbys. Alright, this is a dress. And let's see whether. Alright, pretty sure these are nails. Alright, bras and tank tops. Luckily, these drawers are labeled, so I just didn't sort it, and I know where I can put it up. Now, whether or not it's just somebody else's clothes, well, I guess we'll find out when they let me know. So, there's another top, probably my niece's. All right. Thank you so much for joining live today. I appreciate your presence here. Thank you. The second basket has arrived. All right, long sleeve. This looks like it might be. Teeny tiny person. That isn't a teeny tiny person. I can put this on a teddy bear though. It's like this. There's not a teeny tiny person that wears that lives here anymore. All right. Empty basket. Oh, all right. Okay. Kind of tired of having that on my head, so I'm gonna go with that. Be right back. BRB. Uh, that's got a bunch of my came. Okay, cool. This top and bottom set. Let me finish putting up the stuff that I just finished folding. Sandals. This is pajamas, sleepy clothes. All right. that. All right. Bottom shorts. Where are the tops of these? I don't know, but we're just gonna put together a couple of outfits. Top and bottom. I'll do a long sleeve because it's cold. Top. This is a top. This is a long sleeve. And this is long sleeve. We just need some bottoms to go with that. Alrighty. What's this? Shorts. More shorts. Put this up here. All right. Let's see what we got here. And nice large. And somebody's too big to be in here. Shirt. Okay. Put that. There we go. That's cute. Okay, here's some longer pants. All right. Whew. T-shirt, short sleeve shirt, tank top, top, and bottom. There we go. Shorts, pillowcases. This is another one that's too big to be in here. What size is this? That is. we go. My wobble. Underwear. Underwear. Under there. For Monday cheese. For Monday cheese. I don't know. Let's see. Medium. Under there. Yeah. What else can go with this? Hands top. There we go. Pretty sure. I don't even know what this is. Some kind of something. A top. Or is it? Is it? Yeah, this doesn't belong in this room. There we go. Pajama bottoms. All right. All right, I found the dress. It's so pretty. Cute with the top. But dresses. Pants. Long sleeve shirt. Short sleeve shirt. I don't think this is one of hers. Let's see. Ooh. All right. And that before the dress. All right. haven't. Okay, let me see here. Ooh. Hello? Pantaloons. Here we go. Oh, sure. Happy Taco Tuesday. Woo woo yay. Hey, how are you? Hello? Can you hear me? Happy Tuesday. Okay. I won't stay on the line too long so you have your lunch time. But thank you for sharing this time with me. I appreciate it. I am Crystal. I'm in my second basket of clothes that I didn't have to wash nor dry, but they need to be sorted and put up. So yes, Uncle Troy took me to try to see. Well, he went to the store to get some stuff for dinner. And while we were out, I realized when I woke up this morning because I have not slept well the last couple of nights, but I haven't slept bad. Just you know, and I know I need something. I've swept and like decluttered the room. I got the cobwebs and stuff out of corners. I picked up a bunch of stuff off the floor, but I didn't wear my I was determined not to wear myself out, so I didn't. And then when I woke up this morning, I was like, my team was like, you need some camphor because that helped me whenever I first moved to Chicago. I still have some. I was like, dang, I wish I had packed some, but I didn't, so I will. And so a friend of mine is coming to spend some time with me today, and hopefully I'll be able to get some camphor because he knows where the shops are that I can get some from. Because I forgot to check. I haven't been to an Asian shop, and when the kid got some more tea from the Asian shop, I wasn't with her, so I missed out on that. And so yeah, I want to get the things I need to rest well. Um, yeah. Hmm? Yeah. I don't know. As is customary, I haven't checked, so I will check. And thank you for reminding me. I So yeah, but hmm right. I I know, I know, and I had to fight that off, and I mean, I'm still kind of like, dang. Yeah, so I mean, uh huh, yeah, I mean, exactly. So I mean, so but yeah, hmm right. But both sides for something other than what it is. So like, yeah. But when I am as nonchalant as I am in saying it'll be important when it's important, like okay, um, right. That's one of those not spiral things or whatever. Like when you are determined, I don't blah, blah, one is determined to be misunderstood, and I have to acknowledge, like in my first fumbly forays into self sovereignty or whatever, it's like every time I had to set a boundary, I knew there was a boundary I had to set. I didn't know how to set it, so I just was mean. What I'm saying, until they went away, and that's not right. But it's not. It's the tools that I had, and like yeah, instead of understanding that we're using different tools, niggas is like, why don't you use a hammer? Because that's what this needs. But you have a hammer, but that's not what this needs. But well, why didn't you think to use the hammer? Because that's not what this needs. And and until right. So, but it's not even a hammer. It's just like not. So anyway, whenever it's the if you really cared, then you would have um kind of thing, and it's just like no, you can't say that. You can't say that. You- But I know, but that doesn't make it. Yeah, yeah. All right. That's the thing. But yeah. Mhm. Right. Right. Mhm. Right. It's that's right. I know, but it's just like you did. I mean, yeah. When you acknowledge the truth of yeah, I would have liked that, but honestly, looking back, I can say I'm glad you weren't there. It's for the best that didn't get received in the way that I had hoped. Because I mean, right, right, the right, right. But you left. But you oh, but okay, but okay. Part of it's compounded. I love you too. Thank you. Sorry, baby. Thank you. What the hell? Love you. Do, do, do. Okay. Okay. That's a great. Ah, okay. Okay. But I mean, no, her mom might not be have the capacity for that. That's hard to. Okay. Uh huh. Okay. 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 I know. Right. Right. Okay. Okay. Cool. No. Yeah. I'm gonna pray. I'm just gonna sit and pray. And I can only imagine the year that Auntie Kia experienced trying to help take care of Hannah. The girls are finishing high school. Uh, I'm not here. She's trying to go be there with Mia in the hospital because that's her sister mom, you know. And, after Mia did so much to care for our parents. And yeah, now, it's just the life still goes on. They're like, oh, Hannah's gonna live forever. She ain't got no stress. She didn't have stress. I'm like, oh, wait, that's an issue. That's another stress she might have. Right, right. So, oh, yes, of course. Everyone, right, right, right. So, yeah, yeah. But I mean, that is something why in because at the end of the day, I want my words and my actions to match, and I know that this will help. If not, uh, Toya, it'll help Hannah in some way. you know, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. I am. I. I'm online right now doing laundry. I've got the thing at me as I'm working on these baskets of laundry. Um, when okay, I was watching something and sitting at the table drawing or what have you, and I had my headphones on and I was listening to like a message that was like very encouraging, and I started to like feel it in my heart. I couldn't, you know how sometimes I just be randomly loud. I did not feel comfortable here doing that. So I've, and I haven't met it. I did after like 5 o'clock yesterday. I did medicate myself a little bit, but that was it. I've been using breath, water, and fasting. I've been trying to make sure I eat my fruit and make good choices. I don't want to go home. Like, but it's and thanks. I'm coming. I'm coming home. That's not your job. Short, huh? Right. Thank you. Short sleeve shirt. I had shorts. Okay. I labeled these drawers, but like nobody honors the labels. I'm not even trying to honor the labels. I put a bunch of top and bottom sets in the drawer that says top and bottom sets. So push comes to shove, if I need to grab an outfit for her, I know where I can go. I got I got t-shirts sorted. These are like I don't know if what of these are Hannah's. So like I just put back in the basket the stuff that I felt pretty confident was not Hannah's. Not the over the shoulder, off the shoulder dress, and super lacy things, distressed shorts and stuff like that. I got like I can't imagine someone would, style Hannah in that on purpose. Not that they she couldn't, but yeah. So I have just now almost. I have two shirts. The shorts got the stuff um dealt up or whatever. Uh, I'll leave this for Hannah, the short sleeve shirt. Oh, hang on just a sec. Okay, babes, I'm about to close this on out. I hope you're doing well today. Know that you're beautiful, sexy, and amazing. And even though I haven't seen it, somebody thinks that your butt looks nice. So keep it clean. Off your shoulder. Be kind to yourself so you can be kind to other people. Have a great day or night. I love you in the most appropriate way. Mwah. Take care.